Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Lamplighter Brewing Company. This is called Lawyers, Guns, and Honey. It is an IPA with raw honey, clocking in at 6.9% alcohol by volume. Lamplighter Brewing Company, they're out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. And a little bit about this beer on the label here. It says that this is an IPA brewed with Amarillo, Citra, and 240 pounds of raw wildflower honey, locally produced by Autumn Morning Farm in Barre, Massachusetts. Hops and honey contribute citrus and floral notes, while a balanced malt bill brings forth a crisp and clean finish. So I bought a 4-pack of this today because it sounded really good. I like the label too. It's got like a little briefcase up top, a revolver, and a bee. Lawyers, guns, honey. And an interesting thing, on the bottom of the can it says packaged on, and then there's no date. All 4 cans say packaged on with nothing printed on it. So I don't know exactly how fresh this beer is. It was new to the store where I purchased it, so I'm assuming that it's pretty fresh, but it would be nice if they would follow through and actually put the packaged on date, or the canned on date. So, I've had a few beers from Lamplighter over the years. They usually make pretty good stuff. Never had this beer before. I have had IPAs, though, in the past with honey. Usually they're disappointing. There's not enough honey to balance out the hoppiness from the, because it's an IPA. All right, so it's a good looking appearance, kind of a golden orange color. It's very clear. About a 1 finger white, just off white head. You could even say the appearance looks like orange blossom honey. So it smells citrus forward, hoppy. I'm hoping there's some honey on the palate because I'm not really detecting any honey aromas. Maybe just a touch, but mostly like tangerine, citrus, forward hops, maybe a touch of lemon peel, a little bit of crackery malt aroma. That's pretty much it. So maybe we'll get some honey on the flavor, but only one way to find out. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. A little bit of that honey there. I don't know. I mean, they talk about how much they put, I don't know, in how many gallon batch, they're talking about here for this amount of honey, but 240 pounds of raw wildflower honey. That's a lot. And the honey notes in this beer are very subtle. I'd like a little bit more honey. Let's take another sip. The honey's definitely there, but it's very subtle. Nice malt backbone, kind of a bready, almost crackery malt character. Very hop forward. It's citrus, tangerine, maybe a touch of like lemon peel, even grapefruit, but it's not like super pithy and bitter. I will say that it's not as hoppy as it is. It doesn't have a super bitter finish, and a lot of that probably is from the honey. It kind of cuts through the bitterness, so it's a nice complementary thing. The hops and the honey, they complement each other well. I wish they had put a little bit more honey in it, though. I was hoping for a little bit more like direct honey flavor instead of just kind of like a subtle sweetness to kind of cut through the hop bitterness. It's a great beer. I mean, it's really It's an excellent IPA, but I have yet to find one of these IPAs with the addition of honey that really has enough honey for my personal tasting preferences. If you're gonna do a honey IPA, I really want to taste that honey. Maybe like if they used the honeycomb or they did something else to kind of amp up that honey flavor. But yeah, slightly disappointing in that regard. An excellent IPA though, it really is, and there is some honey sweetness on the palate. Wasn't detecting it on the nose, but it is there on the palate. But it's very subtle. I want more bold honey flavor. But maybe their thought process is it would bring the beer out of balance, make it too sweet or cloying, and diminish the hop properties, the hop flavors. I'm going to go with a 90 out of 100. I think it's an A beer, A minus, but just right there on the edge. A little bit more honey would have bumped this up to 94, 95. The IPA notes, the hop notes are there. It does taste very fresh, even though there's not a specific canned on date on this particular 4-pack that I bought. They left that out. Um, but it definitely tastes fresh. I wish the honey was more prevalent. That's my only gripe. Everything else is beautiful, and there is honey flavor there, but I just want more of it. So on the next batch, they use 240 pounds of raw honey for this batch. Double it. Use 480 pounds for the next one. I think we'd have a winner. A perfect honey IPA. So, all that being said, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 90 out of 100 for Lawyers, Guns, and Honey from Lamplighter Brewing Company out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Buy it, try it, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer review. Hope everybody out there is having a wonderful day. And until next time, cheers.